All right. I see the clock has struck 10 a.m. I'm hoping folks can hear me. So welcome. I want to officially kick off the inaugural meeting of the MPrint Hub, the Maternal and Pediatric Precision in Therapeutics Hub. I'll introduce myself. I'm Aaron Pollock. I'm Chief of the Obstetric and Pediatric Pharmacology and Therapeutics Branch at the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development. We are the sponsor for the MPrint Hub. We're the part of the NIH that issued the RFAs and provides programmatic oversight for the MPrint Hub. So the MPrint Hub, and I'll go into a little bit more detail on this in a talk after we go through some logistics and housekeeping. But really, I just want to thank everybody that's been a part of the Hub for making this a reality. It's extremely exciting for us to, after many years, be at the first large meeting where the larger community can really take a look at the MPrint Hub. We can have some great discussion about where we need to go. And just as a reminder, everybody, please keep yourself muted unless you're speaking. So we've got a really fantastic agenda today, a lot of really good speakers, a lot of time for discussion, really thinking about how the MPrint Hub can be a tremendous research. So with that, calling us to order, I would now like to pass it off to Dr. Sarah Quinney to go over some logistics and housekeeping items before we dive into a really good scientific program for the day.
All right, great. Thank you, Aaron, and thank you everyone for joining. I am trying to figure out how to turn the bell off when people join, so I apologize for that. We missed a setting on our end when we were setting up the Zoom. But first, I would like to go through and share some quick housekeeping items. First, welcome to our meeting. We hope you, sorry. We do hope this is an interactive meeting, but I'm going to go back to our initial information on the goals for the meeting. And as Aaron mentioned, this is the first big meeting of the newly formed NICHD MPrint Hub. So we'd really like to take the opportunity today to introduce you to the MPrint Hub and the goals that we've set for ourselves, but then also help establish a vision for the future of what the hub should be and how we can support other groups. And so part of doing that would be to understand what the current status of research is and work in this area in maternal and pediatric therapeutics. So we'll talk about how we can break down the silos to enhance collaboration. And part of that will be through our parade of networks this afternoon, where we get to hear from a variety of speakers representing networks and organizations who have a long-standing history in supporting maternal and pediatric therapeutics. We also are hoping to provide a number of mentorship and networking opportunities. I think everyone who helped us this morning figure out how to use this app and work through all of our bugs in the system. During our networking opportunity this morning, I hope you did get the opportunity to meet with some colleagues and do some networking in the area. We'll have another networking opportunity this afternoon. The goal of that will be really to help establish collaborations and talk to the groups that are represented in our parade of networks this afternoon and see if you can either work within or between some of those networks and with the MPrint Hub investigators for future collaborations. And then tomorrow we'll have some mentorship opportunities and ability for the trainees in the area. So just a brief overview of today's agenda. We're going to start with, as Aaron mentioned, an MPrint Hub overview, which will feature talks by the IU, Ohio State University Data Model Knowledge and Research Coordination Center, the program officers, and then the Vanderbilt University Medical Center of Excellence in Therapeutics and the UCSD Center of Excellence in Therapeutics. This afternoon, we'll have that parade of networks that I mentioned, as well as the interactive networking session. Then tomorrow we'll start again with coffee and conversation in the morning. Gives us a chance to informally meet it- people we don't get to see, so typically in this world of COVID. So hopefully next year we'll be able to have an in-person meeting, but for this year we're going to make use of Zoom breakout rooms to take advantage of this. Then we'll have some discussion on the funding opportunities through the Imprint Hub and introductions of the current awardees of the Opportunity and Support Pool funds. And then some discussion of career opportunities in maternal and pediatric pharmacology. Dr. Lang Lee's group from the IU OSU Data Model Knowledge and Research Coordination Center will discuss some of the work they've done to develop a PK/PD knowledge base. And then in the afternoon, we really have a large open session where we have some panel discussants, and we're really looking to map out the future and identify some priorities for advancing maternal and pediatric therapeutics research. And then after that, there will be another networking event. This one will be focused on trainees and junior faculty. As I mentioned, we are hoping we have a very interactive session. I hope everyone has been able to figure out the Whova app this morning or been able to join through Zoom. If, as you have seen in Whova, you can access the sessions going to the agenda tab, looking at opening remarks. And then this will bring up the screen that allows you to access either through Whova or Zoom, the video conferencing component. I do invite you to, even if you're joining through Zoom, to keep an eye and use the Q&A sessions and the polls and chat and community actions in Whova. This is really important to us, as it's a way for us to learn from the larger audience. With over 200 people registered for this event, we obviously can't have each of you individually joining us for discussion, but this will allow you to participate, ask questions, and give your input on what you see as the future of maternal and pediatric research. And finally, this event couldn't be possible without a large group of people helping to put it on. Maybe trying to figure out why my slides keep advancing. But I want to say thank you specifically to the Imprint Hub investigators and NICHD program officers who were excellent in helping identify speakers for this event and organizing it. We'll go back again, sorry. And then also for those who've been important in assisting creating this, Megan Creaser, Amelia Grant here at Indiana University, and Caitlin Van Overbridge, who supports our social media and website, and then Sabrina Hawley from Vanderbilt, and Kristen Woods, the program office manager at UCSD. I know they've all put in a lot of work on this, so thanks to them for their support and help. And again, welcome to the inaugural Imprint Hub annual meeting. So with that, I will turn it back over to Erin for the first discussion.